Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly market update for Wednesday, February the 19th. And today we had another grind higher. Today we almost hit 3,400 on the SPX, as you can see here. And we did have Fed minutes today, but it turned out to be a non-event, as you can see. They were reported right there at 1 o'clock, and we got a small little blip, and then we just kept going like, nothing happened at all. Um, Again, this is SPX, not ES, but 3393.52. I thought we'd probably, have an easy shot to reach up there and touch 3,400 on the SPX today, but we did not. This was, however, another new all-time high, lifetime high, on the S&P, and we just keep going. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what's driving this, and it's so counterintuitive because we've got the coronavirus, which is started out to be, maybe I don't know, maybe it's going to get bad, maybe not early on, and now it's, I don't want to say crippling things, but it's definitely throwing things into a little turmoil. And I think that might be the start of a snowball effect. As we have seen with Apple has already come out and said that it will be affecting them. And I think, if it's going to affect them, it's going to affect Apple suppliers and so forth. And I think you'll see other companies start saying the same thing. So I keep seeing a lot of analysts saying, "Oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal," and it's not yet. And there's no reason to panic or anything like that. But I think it could, and probably will turn into a bigger deal. So we just need to keep an eye on that. But the reason that the market keeps rallying is because we've got quantitative easing, QE from all around the world just being pumped into the markets at a pretty frantic pace in the East, trying to offset the effects of the coronavirus. So with billions and billions of dollars, coming in, it keeps pushing us higher. So we know that is probably overall not a sustainable thing. And I'm trying to not sound bearish or pessimistic or anything like that, because it could be that the virus doesn't get as bad, or it doesn't affect things as much as it could, and maybe there's enough stimulus and the central banks around the world can maneuver us into a soft landing and everything's fine. That's what we hope for, and that again, that may be the case. On the other hand, if you look at valuations are getting once again getting stretched pretty thin, and what I think is going to, something that most people probably haven't thought about, is that if the companies, especially the big big market cap companies, start stepping back from repurchasing stocks, which has been a huge driver of stocks the last many years, they may step back at these levels and stop buying, and that combined with the QE has been really propelling us higher. So again, that's the things that we have to kind of keep in mind. So let's go back out here and look on a there's a 10-day chart right there, 3280 to 3393. 100 points in 10 days. We're at a full gallop there. That's about as fast as you can go, and we know that it's been like this for quite a while. It's pretty impressive, and again, it's I'm very torn here because the momentum is in our favor. Chart looks good. There's nothing bearish about that chart, and we do want to ride the wave. We do want to keep riding this momentum as much as we go, but at the same time, we know that that the market takes the stairs up and the elevator down. So, I've been saying this for a long time that when we do get the pullback, it's nice if we get pullback like that, but in reality we get a pullback like that, and we got a small, tiny taste of one there. This, or larger, could and probably is on the way. One other kind of thing to throw into the equation is presidential election year. So typically the market rallies in a presidential election year, and we're already up pretty nicely from the beginning of the year. So again, I think probably it wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it would surprise anybody if we get a quick quick flush down, a repeat of this, or maybe something like this. We could easily come back to this area, this 3250 area, and and would not even really put a damper on this market if the trend continues up. This would be very minimal, right? The worst case scenario, I think, is probably down here at the 200-day, but that's a lot of things are going to have to get much worse before that happens, and I really don't think that'll happen before the election. I mean, I think it's possible. I don't think it's likely. Again, I'm just focusing on the S&P here, but it is a barometer for the overall market. That's what obviously we want to look at. As far as individual names, I know you guys have seen Tesla just going crazy. Tesla, Amazon, Beyond Meat, etc. There's just been lots of short covering rallies, and and I still people ask me every day, so why is Tesla going up every day 100 points or whatever? And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I know it's short covering, but it's a little baffling. So be careful, if you're trading in those names. You're kind of playing with some fire there. You can certainly make some money very quickly, but obviously, with quick money comes lots of risk and that kind of thing. So we know that. But again, I've got a long list of names of things that I am looking to buy, but I need a pullback first. So that's what I'm sitting on my hands waiting for the most part. I'm selling some premium and I'm doing some things. I'm doing a little hedging, but for the most part, I probably, like a lot of people, and this could again propel us even higher. When we do get the pullback, I'll be a buyer, and and then we'll try to catch that next run up. So stay on your toes and be careful. Cash is king in these kind of markets, and when you get the profit, take the profit and wait for the next setup. So hope that's helpful. It's kind of sort of the same thing I've said last week and the last couple of weeks, but it's the same thing. I mean, we just keep pushing higher, and all the reasons are the same, and all the risks are the same or better or greater the higher we go. So I do have let me show you real quick. I've got a voodoo line up here at 3408 or 3410. Up here, a tree line. That should be a level to take a break, but we'll see. We're getting close, so keep that in mind as a level. And with that, let me wind it up and wish you a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you at the next update. Take care.